Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Acom. We're broadcasting from the Hesselson studio, and this morning we're talking about the third annual Community Health Fair that is happening today. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us here today, Frank. Appreciate you.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about because today is the health fair from 1 to 3 p.m. Well, let's start first. Where's it at?
Happening at Appleridge Senior Living.
Perfect.
In Horseheads, New York.
I want to find out more about Appleridge in just a moment, but I know you've partnered up with RAD, which is Resources and Advocacy for the Aging and Disabled. Could you tell us about RAD specifically?
Yeah, RAD is a local 501c3 nonprofit, actually originated from this area. It's comprised of several human services organizations that care for the aging and disabled population in the area. So there's a bunch of facets of healthcare and services that this agency represents to help that demographic.
And we were talking off the air, and I find this remarkable. Tell us about the resource directory book. That sounds like it's selling like hotcakes.
Yeah. So it's actually free to the public. What it does is it lists all of the health service organizations, local resources that are available in the Chemung, Steuben, Schuyler, and Allegheny regions. We like to have a print version of it available for the individuals that don't like to pull up their smartphones
Sure.
and try to Google something. Obviously that demographic is not very tech savvy in
Sure.
a lot of ways. So it's free. We do it every year, and we try to update it every year, and everybody raves about it. So.
Well, how can someone get the resource directory book?
So I personally hand them out, actually. So you can email me, you can contact me. I will share some information. You'll be able to get them at the health fair as well. There will be a nice big table full of them there to be handed out. So.
Now let's talk about the health fair, and let's first start about Appleridge. For people that aren't familiar with Appleridge, could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it is a very special place.
Yes.
112 beautiful apartments in a resort-style community living environment, and it's for seniors, so they're able to, shed the burden of home owning and simplify life so they can enjoy life within that resort-style community.
Yeah.
And move in and create their new now, which is something that I really feel fulfilled helping them do.
Of course.
So.
And you do so much for your residents, or whatever the official term is that you use, the people that are at Appleridge. Is this one of those, just one of many examples, right? This health fair of what you do?
So a lot of them don't drive.
Sure.
We do provide some transportation as needed, but bringing the resources to them is really part of our commitment in providing them with a good whole life.
Yeah.
It was something that Jeremy and I discussed when I joined RAD as one of the participants, and wanted to support that non-profit because obviously doing that would support my seniors in my community.
Of course.
So we got to talking about what would be beneficial, and the health fair came up, and so we host it. We provide refreshments, and we have raffle baskets.
Oh.
Everyone who comes brings a beautiful raffle basket for the seniors to all put a ticket in. We give them some free tickets so they don't even have to pay for those.
Wow, that's the best kind of raffle.
Yeah, we have a prize wheel. We make it fun, and they are able to get all the information they need about resources that they need, from the veterans office all the way, town and county offices that can support them, through all of the different agencies that are part of RAD. So it has been beneficial in my role.
Well, sure.
Primarily because I sometimes have people call me and I can't help them, but I'm able to refer them to RAD, and they have helped several people.
Well, how did this partnership begin? How was it that you decided to come together to do the third annual Community Health Fair?
Primarily, I decided to check RAD out because I was like, oh, this sounds really interesting. I want to kind of find out what they do and how it would, make my role better and how I can help my seniors. So just kind of joining that group, going to meetings, learning about what they do, and then kind of thinking, how can I support the group as a group member? Because I decided to join RAD because they do such a great thing. And that's really, we just decided to work on that together.
And again, RAD stands for Resources and Advocacy for the Aging and Disabled. Jeremy, can anybody join RAD? Can they volunteer? Can they help?
ideally for human service professionals that are looking to, aid that demographic.
They can get involved.
They can get involved. We don't really have a volunteer program per se. We're still, relatively new in the community, trying to expand our presence. I mean, we do have other chapters that, operate specifically in other communities, but we're relying heavily on the local presence of
Gotcha.
The health resources. So.
We're talking about the third annual community health fair. It is today from 1 to 3 p.m. You mentioned it's obviously at Appleridge, but it's not just for Appleridge residents, correct? This is open for everybody.
We would love as many people who want to come from our senior tri-county, Quad County area to come and partake. That's what it's for. It's for everyone. It's open to the public, and
Free
we
of
want
cost.
people to come and enjoy that.
Yeah.
And there's
Free
no
of
cost.
Wow.
You'll have some nice refreshments. Our chef is going to put out some beautiful things, and so come eat, have fun, play games. Get a raffle prize and collect a lot of good information and talk to people that you may need help.
And so come with, I would think, questions too, because you're offering so many, 25, 30 agencies, service providers. It's really got something for everybody if you just have some questions to ask, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we got answers for you. So.
Yeah, well, good. Should anybody bring anything or just yourselves?
No.
Bring yourself. Bring questions. Just be ready to familiarize yourself with services that you may not have known existed, and that's one of the goals of the group is to bring awareness to services you may not need now but might need sometime down the road. And there's a lot of good senior organizations that have lots of programs that are just very helpful.
So come prepared to learn. How's that? It sounds a little hokey, but I say come prepared to learn. So where can people find out more about the third annual health fair?
On
And
our
Appleridge.
website.
And Appleridge.
Yeah, so they can go right to www.appleridgeseniorliving.com.
Okay.
We post all the events there and all the information there. They can certainly call us if they're needing a little more directional information or that kind of thing. We are conveniently located right off of 86 off of Westinghouse on Miller.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to get to. Ample parking, and if they needed assistance, they can pull up to the front door and someone will help them get in.
Okay.
So absolutely, we'd love to have as many people come as possible.
Well, great. The third annual community health fair today from 1 to 3. I hope that everybody can make it out. And that is at Appleridge. Well, Libby, Jeremy, thanks so much for being on the show.
I appreciate your
you.
time. Thanks
All right,
for
best of
having
luck
us.
today. Enjoy it, right?
so much.
And you guys can relax when it's over. It's probably a long day, right? All right.
A lot of fun.
We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking.